That was perfectly executed. Don't you just love it when that happens?
This is SportsCentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and we're getting so close to the NHL season. Seriously, in a week from now, we will officially be watching regular season hockey. So gather around, children, and enjoy as the season is about to take flight. I'm excited. All the buzz this preseason has been around young phenom Connor Bedard. And how could it not? We did a full breakdown of his brilliance yesterday, and there's a lot of people out there ready to engrave the Calder Trophy with his name on it. But not so fast! Bedsy is, of course, the odds-on favorite to win the award at -120. In fact, there's even a special Bedard versus the field bet for this award, with FanDuel having the field at -104. Despite all that, though, there's still a whole crop of talented rookies ready to shake things up. FanDuel has Luke Hughes of the Devils, with the second-best Calder odds at 7-1. The youngest of the Hughes brothers saw 2 games of the regular season last year, and 3 in the playoffs. He picked up a goal and 3 assists through those contests. And Lindy Ruff is not afraid to play him either, as he logged over 19 minutes in a couple of those playoff games. He dealt with a nagging injury early at camp, but has an assist in both preseason games he's played. Both were wins too. And although there are still some questions about his defensive game, he's seen time on the power play in the preseason, which should be great for his numbers on this talented Devils team. The Coyotes' Logan Cooley has the third best odds at 12-1, because that's what happens when you score a Goal of the Year candidate in preseason.
Let's go.
I feel like he worked so hard for that, and he just casually, yes. Great. Love that for me. Behind him, there's a whole group of terrifyingly talented players, all with 20-1 odds. As Shane Wright, Matthew Nyes, Devin Levi, Adam Fantilli, and Brant Clark are all at that number. And it's fair to say they all could have a shot to win it too. Each player has impressed in their own right this preseason, even if Clark's most notable highlight is the moment Mark Stone made it look like he was stealing his lunch money. It was a huge day in the NBA yesterday, as it was media day and now camps are officially open. And we're just 21 days away from the start of the season. There was so much fun stuff happening yesterday though, that we gotta wrap it all up for you right now. Starting with the biggest story of the day, and that was Emo Jimmy. And this right here is why both Jimmy Butler and the NBA are the best. Okay, you know what? I appreciate the memes, Jimmy. You're a real one. And we're gonna get to some of those memes in a second. But first, check out his entrance to the arena. Commitment to the bit. We're a big advocate of commitments to the bit on this show. Now to those memes we promised. Obviously, there was an Andre 3000 comp, but then when the emo bands got brought into things, the creativity was really flying. Jimmy Butler Eat World, yeah, okay, that was a good one. Easy, that was low-hanging fruit, you know? My Chemical Last Dance. See, that one worked a little harder, and the payoff was a little better. Someone even took the time to make Emo Jimmy in 2K. See, this is why video games are great for so many things, including getting in on memes. Now in comparison to Jimmy, everything else seemed kind of tame. Yeah, saying Lillard as a Buck for the first time is cool, but the highlight of Buck's media day was Giannis giving some hard truths about why he's waiting to sign an extension.
It did not make sense to sign a contract right now, because money is not important. A lot of money is important.
And after the riveting answer to the question last year about his summer, you just knew OG would get asked about this year's summer.
I don't know what the highlight was. I don't know. There was no highlight. I mean, every day was a highlight. There's no specific highlight, yeah.
That's literally everyone coming back to school after summer vacation. How was your summer? Yeah, good. It's all one blur. These are hard questions. But the best OG story actually comes from Buck's media day, as he played this great prank on Dame Lillard before he was traded.
Everything was up in the air, and I was on the phone and I just got a random text from OG, like, welcome to Toronto. And he texted me like, welcome to Toronto. So I was like, man, let me call this dude and see. And I finally called him. He didn't answer. Then he called me back. He was laughing. I was like, okay.
It's good to see that OG is exactly who he presents himself to be. Always making jokes. We love OG. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And the stairs at Red Rocks are iconic. Not only is it one of the world's best concert venues, but it turns into a fitness hub during the day. Maybe next time try not to get so cocky though. That reminds me of the time that I fell down the stairs, but I was just doing it the normal way. Alright, every time we get a viral video game moment, we have to touch on it on the show. I mean, come on. We pretty much already did that earlier with Emo Jimmy, but this next video definitely checks that box as well. Because this group takes EAFC to a new level. I don't know if I should be impressed or a little scared. To the NFL, this bad season for the Patriots is getting worse. As star pass rusher Matthew Judon will undergo surgery on his torn bicep tomorrow. Judon has 4 sacks already this season, which leads the Pats, and will miss at least a couple of months with this injury. And depending on how the Pats season goes, he could very well miss the rest of the year. And in Tampa, wide receiver Mike Evans will undergo an MRI today, but the belief is it's just a mild hamstring injury, and he should be able to return after the bye week for the Lions game on the 15th. You think we're done talking NBA? Not a chance. Now that things are officially going, and all the big pieces outside of Harden have been moved, it's time to dive deep into the odds. And they've actually moved a ton lately, because before the Lillard trade, Denver was the favorite to repeat. Then Dame moved to Milwaukee, and they were the standalone favorites. Well, that didn't last long, because when Drew Holiday moved to the Celtics Sunday, we once again had a new favorite, or co-favorite, as Boston and Milwaukee are both plus 380 to win the title. Denver is now all the way back to plus 550, even with the Suns, with the Lakers and Warriors rounding out the top 6. Now looking at MVP, Nikola Jokic is a favorite at plus 430, and if he were to win his 3rd MVP in 4 years, he'd be the first to do that since LeBron, who won 4 in 5 years from 2009 to 2013. Bringing the Raps into this, the odds makers are really not expecting much from Toronto this year. Their over-under for wins is 36.5, with some juice on the under. To miss the playoffs, they're minus 186. And if you're brave enough, or should I say foolish enough, to bet them to win the title, you're getting some massive odds. I'm talking 130 to 1. That's all for today. Julia's filling in for me tomorrow and the next. We'll see you back here Friday. Have a good one.